In this video, we're going to learn why the Chinese are building so many dams on the river Brahmaputra. What are its geopolitical advantages against India? At the same time, what is India's strategic concerns regarding it? First, let me show you where the river Brahmaputra originates and how it enters India. The Brahmaputra originates in the Angsi Glacier, located on the northern side of the Himalayas in Tibet. In Tibet, the name of Brahmaputra is River Yalnang Sangpo. The Brahmaputra flows eastwards parallel to the Himalayas. On reaching the Namcha Barwa, it is a mountain in the Tibetan Himalaya. It takes a U-turn and turns south to enter India from Arunachal Pradesh. In Arunachal Pradesh, Yalnang Sangpo is called the River Siang or Dihang. But in general, the moment Yalnang Sangpo enters the Indian territory, it becomes the River Brahmaputra. But the local name for it in Arunachal is River Siang or Dihang. Anyways, after entering Arunachal Pradesh, the river Brahmaputra suddenly turns into a braided river system, where the mighty river turns into a network of small channels. The river again turns to the southwest and enters into the state of Assam, which is a low-lying valley. The river flows through the Assam Valley and finally enters into Bangladesh near Dhubri. Bangladesh is also a low-lying plain area, and that's how the river flows from Arunachal Pradesh to Assam and then finally into Bangladesh. From there it flows to south and then drains into the Bay of Bengal. Now try to understand this. The Tibetan Plateau is higher in elevation. As you may know, the Tibetan Plateau is also considered to be the highest and largest plateau in the world. And if you look at the average elevation of the Tibetan Plateau, it is somewhat around 4 to 5 km above the sea level. Now I want you to imagine from a height of almost 5 km above the sea level, the Brahmaputra river enters into the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Just imagine the speed of the water. With that much of speed, the river brings huge quantities of fertile alluvial soil. This is also the reason why the Chinese have built multiple dams on the river Yalnang Sangpo or the river Brahmaputra, so that they can capture the power of moving water to generate electricity. And not only generate electricity, it is also said that the construction of dams by the Chinese is seen as an attempt to control India's water supply. The ability to control India's water supply in the hands of the Chinese has always been a legitimate concern for India. As I've mentioned, the Tibetan Plateau is higher in elevation. From that height, if a river enters into the state of Arunachal Pradesh, just imagine the speed of the river. On top of it, if a river is controlled through a dam, then there are chances of causing flash flooding, or the water could be intentionally diverted, and that would further lead to drying up of rivers across northeast India. Now I will show you the locations where the Chinese have built dams on river Yalnang Sangpo. Here is Lhasa, the capital city of Tibet. Most of the Tibetan population resides here. Lhasa is a flat river valley with mountain peaks around it. You see, Tibet is a plateau region. You will find mountains, but at the same time you will also find vast plain land. If you look at this map, you will see that the southern region of Lhasa till the Arunachal Pradesh and Bhutan border is a plain area. To the eastern side, everything is a mountainous region. Even still, in between mountains, you will find river valleys. And the Chinese have built a motorable highway roads along those river valleys. The first dam that I want to point out is the Zangmu Dam. It is located in the Gyatsa region of Tibet. As you can see, this dam is very close to the Bhutan and India border. It is part of the Zangmu hydropower project and has a 510 megawatt power station. Construction began in 2009 and the first generator was commissioned in November 2014, and the last generator that was installed was in the year 2015. It is the first dam on the Brahmaputra or Yalnang Sangpo river. In 2016, the Chinese government approved the construction of 3 more dams on the river Yalnang Sangpo. These dams will be built at Dagu, Jiacha and Jisu. They are under construction, they are not completed yet. One of them is bigger than the Zangmu project. It is a 640 megawatt dam that will be built in Dagu, which lies 18 km upstream of Zangmu. The second dam is also slightly bigger than Zangmu Dam. It is going to be in between Dagu and Zangmu Dam, and it will be built in Jisu. The built-in capacity of the second dam is 560 megawatt. And the fourth dam will be built in Jiacha. It is a 320 megawatt dam. It is being built in the downstream region of the Zangmu Dam. If you look at these 4 dams, 3 of them are built in close proximity to each other, and that too located in this single village of Gyatsa, which barely has a population of 150 to 200 people. That means the area has less population, and electricity demands in this region could be met with a single hydroelectricity project like the Zangmo Dam. Although the Chinese government is saying that these dams are run-of-the-river project, meaning water will not be stored. But then China has never been cooperative in discussing about any of these dams on the Brahmaputra. Now having 3 dams within a short distance is quite suspicious. And that is where the concern developed for India. And it strongly feels that the Chinese are using the water supply as a weapon against India. If we go to the Nyangchi County in Tibet, there are 3 more dams that are being constructed on the river Nyang, which is also a tributary of the Yarlung Sangpo River. The dams are at Paksam, Langsai and Nyang, which are smaller in size but hold enough water to add to the Brahmaputra river flow. So the point is that India's concern regarding the Chinese building so many dams on Yarlung Sangpo River is with respect to environment, national security, living standards, energy and international cooperation. Although Tibet is called as an autonomous region, but it is very much in control of China. That means China claims the ownership over Tibet's water. As of now, India and China has not signed any bilateral or multilateral treaties on water sharing. They only have a water data sharing agreement, for which India pays a hefty sum of rupees 80 lakhs to Beijing for this data each year. Whenever there is any border standoff between the Indian and Chinese troops, China stops sharing this data. That is why in 2018, a Memorandum of Understanding was signed between China's Ministry of Water Resources and India's Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation on sharing hydrological information of the Brahmaputra River in flood season by China to India. The agreement enables China to provide hydrological data in flood season from May 15th to October 15th every year. It also enables the Chinese side to provide hydrological data if water level exceeds mutually agreed level during non-flood season. I have already mentioned the Tibetan plateau is higher in elevation. From that height, if a river enters into the state of Arunachal Pradesh, just imagine the speed of the river. All this region is a low-lying area. If at all China suddenly releases all the stored water from all the dams on the Brahmaputra, it will cause havoc in India. If you look at this place called Pasighat in Arunachal Pradesh, after Pasighat, the Brahmaputra river expands to almost 10 km in width. Its width varies from 8 to 10 km in Assam. Now just imagine the speed of the water coming from a higher elevated region of Tibet. It will definitely cause destruction. It is said that a careful monitoring of these dams will provide a 15-day early warning if such a situation arises. That means it takes around 15 days for river water to travel from Tibet's Shannan County to Pasighat in Arunachal Pradesh. Anyhow, what you need to understand is that dams, canals, irrigation systems can turn water into a geopolitical weapon that can be used during war or during peace for ensuring political leverage. I hope you found this video informative. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching it.